Hey, how's it going, guys? Yes, we are here with another video, and this is the Brown Rider YouTube channel. As you guys can see, this is a ride in my local park. I took out my gravel bike, the one I showed you in the previous video, the Specialized Diverge with the 105. I decided let me try a gravel little ride with this bike. So I was basically just riding in like low gear, just trying to figure out how to ride gravel. But anyways, this video isn't just for the purpose of talking about my riding. This is mainly to talk about what this YouTube channel is about, what I'm trying to represent, and obviously with the Brown Rider sort of name. Obviously, I'm an Indian, I'm an Asian, and yeah, I love cycling. This as of this year, late last year, it sort of has been sort of like I guess, a downscale of cycling. I haven't cycled as much as I would like to. Weather's obviously come into play with it, but also I think I'm kind of being a bit lazy. So, as you guys can see here, it's super muddy. I wasn't expecting it to be this bad, especially on this track. From when I was a kid, when we used to ride on here, this track was more gravelly than it was muddy. Obviously, you got the grass and stuff next to it, so that obviously comes into play. But so my cycling journey started in 2020, the main cycling journey. Obviously during COVID and all that kind of stuff, everyone sort of jumped on the bandwagon of cycling. So my first bike was a hybrid bike, which we had for a while, but no one ever took out for a ride. So I started with that, and then I moved into riding a hybrid specialized a specialized bike which I picked up during the lockdown from someone in Peckham. Most likely the bike was stolen. I'm sorry for whoever it was stolen from, but I fixed it up and made sure that it was running properly and had it configured to a point where it was I could basically ride it. So like the first couple of rides I did was just small ones around the local area. Um, and then obviously started taking it out further and further and further. So that's pretty much the beginning of it. And then obviously then built a Specialized Diverge, which was a 56 centimeter frame, and I'm not that big, so it wasn't exactly the right size for me. But I lasted on it for 2 years. And then I started dabbling with carbon fiber stuff, so I ended up with the Oro Venturi, which you guys saw in the previous video, and then I moved on after that broke. I moved on to a rim brake, that green bike, the Schiltz one, which you guys saw in the previous video. So super muddy in these areas, and the bike is still muddy. I didn't clean it up after this ride because I was kind of tired after going out with this bike. But this is basically my commuter bike. It's what I'm using to go to work and stuff like that. However, the new bike is built, is set up, and I've taken it for like two rides, two very local rides, nothing too crazy. But I haven't recorded any footage of it, and I was hoping this week I could have recorded some footage. However, I wanted someone else to record for me. I have all the equipment and stuff. However, it didn't come to play as of yesterday. We were supposed to go out and never did. So yeah. Well, today we were meant to go out, but couldn't go out, and I was just tired yesterday. I did a ride to work and back home, and then went to the gym, and it sort of wiped me out. So I didn't go out this morning. Normally I go out sometimes on a Friday morning to Regent's Park. Obviously, if you guys don't know, Regent's Park's a huge cycle spot for a lot of cyclists in London. They all meet up there, go out for rides. So there's a group I normally ride with in Regent's Park. However, today was just not the day. And yeah, like as you guys can see here, this is the main road, which is the A406 or North Circular. So that's a road that you can't cycle on. I have cycled on it once, and it didn't go that great. People started beeping at me and stuff, even though I was holding like 20 miles per hour, and obviously it's a 40 mile per hour road. So it was during the day as well, so it's not like it's super busy out. So I don't know why people were just like impatient and just didn't want to go around me. And to be honest, I don't mind cars getting close up to me. I haven't got a problem with it. Just because the simple fact that you're using the road that is meant for cars, not for bikes. And I gotta admit, cycling in London is obviously an experience in itself. However, I find that cycling outside of London can be slightly better. I've done a ride in the Peak District that was amazing. Obviously, there was no closed roads. However, I started on the Schiltz bike and I hadn't ridden it. I rode it once to bring it home, and then I rode it on the event. And it wasn't exactly an eventful ride, but just because I wasn't used to it. I wasn't used to the gearing. I wasn't used to the setup. However, it was all right. I had to stop a few times to walk up like some of these climbs and stuff. I'm not exactly the best at climbing, but I want to try and get better. I think my strength is there. It's just the endurance of holding power during a climb, which isn't something I'm great at. So that's something to work on, I guess, in 2024. And obviously with the new bike, it's super aggressive. I jumped on it the first time when I picked it out from the shop, and it was super aggressive. I had to adjust the seating because the seat was like flat, and I can't ride with a flat seat because it just hurts my balls. So that's why I have like a seat that's dipped forward a little bit. Um, so yeah, as you guys can see here, I am riding back up to where there's supposed to be, I guess, a lake or a yeah or a yeah, a lake, and that water has been taken out. So that's surprising. I mainly rode out here to see that because it was a big thing. Like it was on the like local news and stuff like that. And yeah, on this bike, obviously, it's very different to running normal SPD cleats. I'm running the Wahoo Speedplay on this bike, which I kind of want to not use anymore because I'm super used to using the SPD cleats from Shimano, and just switching over to this has just been such a nightmare. And this was actually taken yesterday when I went to work, and this is obviously cycling in London. The cycle lane on the left has been blocked off, so I had to ride on the bridge, on Waterloo Bridge, on the main strip. Luckily, it was quite early, so there wasn't many cars out. And then this is just after the bridge, near going towards Southwark Bridge, London Bridge area. My GoPro was actually out of battery, so these were just short clips, and then I charged it at work. So, yeah. So I think planning for 2024, I want to get into more quicker riding, so just being faster rather than focusing on cycling up hills and all that kind of stuff. I just want to get quick. Um, and do I want to train like getting a coach and stuff like that? Hell no, I don't want to coach. I want to just be able to go out and ride. I think my whole I don't know, my whole thing about riding at the moment is just like not really, I'm not in the mental state that I should be in when it comes to riding. So like going to work and stuff like that is, again, that's kind of like, do I really want to take the bike out and cycle to work? Or so there's just so many different things. So yeah, so I really want to try and get back into it as much as I would love to. I don't know if it will work or not. Prior to, I think, around this time, 2023, I was doing madness. Obviously, I was going to the office more often, and then I was also cycling. I was going to work more often. I was going to the gym early in the morning, and then finishing from the gym, and then coming out and cycling to work and cycling home, which is again 10 miles each way. Which, to be honest, it's a great little workout, and that's what I used it for. I used to use it for. It was basically my workout for the day, and obviously my gym workouts and stuff like that. However, now I'm going to the gym during the day or in the evening, so that makes it a little bit more like I can sleep a little bit more now. So as you guys can see here, I've rolled up to Camden. So if you guys don't know, Camden is, there's this strip which is what I'm on now, where there's all the shops and stuff like that, and it's always crowded with people, and obviously people just like want to cross the road. to be honest, I don't really care too much that people want to cross the road, like in a random place. But as long as they look before they cross, because I've had like a couple of people that want to cross, they see me and then they stop. So that's good that they've seen me and then at that they have stopped. And as you guys can see there was a person crossing. I overtook this car because I didn't trust it. And yeah, I caught up to this guy as well who was waiting at the traffic, who jumped the traffic light. And also, yeah, I have been pulled over by the police for jumping a traffic light, which was a crazy freaking event in itself. It was the last day at work and ended up that happening at the end of the day. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little commentary video. I'll try and do some more. I want to do more like in-person videos. But yeah, this is coming to the end. Obviously, I've spoken about how I've started and stuff like that. I do want to go into more depth about my bikes, and potentially that'll be in another video. But definitely, like right here, I see the red light and I jump it because I'm like, hey, hello, I can go because no one else is crossing the road, or no one else is, or no one else is there. So those are the main things that I look at when it comes to if I'm gonna jump the light or not. If there's a car on the right coming out, I'm gonna stop or slow down at least. Normally I slow down quite a bit before a traffic light so I can actually stop. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.